inside the home of Onecimo Miraball.
Nice to
Onecimo,
meet you.
I wanted to start out asking you, what inspired you to become a mixed martial arts fighter?
Well, when I was young, I used to run around thinking I was Bruce Lee. So growing up, my family couldn't afford to put me in martial arts or anything. So when I got older and I had the opportunity, I would start going and watching cage fighting and stuff like that. And I was overweight at the time. So then I picked it up, I started watching and thinking that I could do it. And before you knew it, I was at Jackson's, getting started to lose my weight and learn what I needed to learn to get into the cage.
When was your first fight?
My first fight was August 23rd last year, 2008. I fought Tuan over there for a Combat Extreme. It was a company that maybe just lasted one day, but that's where I had my very first fight.
Okay, how'd that go?
I won after 3 rounds. Right before, I think 10 seconds before the end, he tapped out due to strikes. So I pulled that one out just in time before it got to the decision.
So your first fight went the distance, and was it locked in? Was it over at that point? You're like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I fell in love with fighting since then, and to me it was a rush, just being in the cage and doing what we did, especially because I went 3 rounds my first fight, so the questions that I could ask the 3 rounds went out the door first fight.
How many fights have you had since then?
I've had 8 fights, 3 and 5 right now. I feel I fought the best light heavyweights in the state so far. I think I'm lacking 2 of them that I need to fight still.
Okay, and is that something that's your goal? You wanna hit all the light heavyweights in the state?
Yeah, pretty much. The top ones. Because I've seen a lot of light heavyweights out there and some people just breeze through them, but that's not my goal. I want to fight. Every fight I want to get into is someone worthy to be in the cage with.
Talk to me about your training regimen. What do you do on a day-to-day basis to keep your cardio up?
Usually, when I first started, I was running a lot to get ready for the fights, but as I kept going, I started rolling around more and sparring a lot more. So I've gotten to the point where I don't really have to run as much because I go so many rounds at a time, non-stop, and to me it's more important than running because I'm actually getting more cage experience than I was before with the running, with the cardio. So my cardio is based for the fighting. As far as jiu-jitsu wise, I'll go 9-10 rounds, 3 minutes in a row,
Wow.
non-stop.
Who do you spar with?
I have my team down here, Team Alpha Dog. I spar with some of those guys. I'll go down to Jackson's to spar with some of those guys there, or Albuquerque Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to get some sparring in with some of the bigger guys. Because my team's kind of lacking the bigger guys.
Or are you looking more at trying to train here in Belen only?
I like to try to train in Belen only, but sometimes, like my teammates themselves, they're not too consistent. So sometimes, like getting closer to the fights, I find myself having to go to other places to get enough reps or training partners in before fights.
Okay, so it's a constant struggle to be looking for somebody to fight with.
Yeah, because people, like as far as like my team, a lot of them come and go. They're here one day, they want to be fighters, and the next day, after they fought, they don't want to be fighters. They find out they don't want to.
Right, you get hit in the face once, and no, not anymore.
It's not like watching TV no more.
Hey, I want to do that. Oh, maybe not. Now, you are fighting, as we said, on July 3rd in Alamogordo on the Loco card for the light heavyweight title. Tell me a little bit about your opponent.
I'm fighting Jesse Jones. He was actually my last opponent. We fought for Powerhouse in Las Cruces. We went the first round. We got in a clinch battle. I felt like I was winning the clinch battle, and he separated from me, tagged me 3-4 times, and the ref just stopped it. The rest of the crowd and myself felt it shouldn't have been stopped. The crowd was booing. Everybody in the building was booing. I wasn't even dazed or nothing like that, so I have no idea why the ref stopped it. I've been hit a hell of a lot harder.
So then what you're saying is you're looking at this pretty much as just round 3 and picking up where you left off, huh?
Yeah, because I had heard my opponent was saying that I was lucky the ref stopped the fight, so it even makes it funner that I get to fight him again plus for a title.
Right. Let's say you win the Loco title. Where do you go from there? What's your next goal?
My goal would be like the past opponents that have defeated me, to let them come to me. Because I've always wanted to revenge my losses, but I didn't want to beg for them. So I feel this way with the title belt, everybody has to come to me.
Okay. Who are your sponsors? Is there anybody that you want to send a thank you to or a shout out to?
I want to tell Ballin' on the Budget Records thank you. Ask Me, the employees union, and also Guardian. He helps me make my shirts for my team. And I believe that's it for now.
This is Onecimo Miraball. Look for him next Friday, that's July 3rd, at the Alamogordo K Loco show. It'll be a good show. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
In the cage.